Well, good people, one of the bigger recurring observations of mine over the past few weeks has been to watch people shift from external motivators and reward systems to internal and more personal drivers of their own behaviors. Now, in psychological terms, what we are talking about here is close to what researchers might refer to as the locus of control, which describes literally where somebody draws their source of direction and validation and reward from. You see, people who have an inflated external locus of control believe that life and what happens to them is outside of their influence, and they think that they are very much a captive participant to their fate. And ironically, tied up into that, they tend to be more motivated by external rewards and the opinions of others. But people, on the flip side, people with a more internalized locus of control, they own their decisions in a remarkably solemn but adventurous way, because they believe wholeheartedly that it is up to them if they are going to experience life in the way that they really want to. They see their existence as the outworking of their own choices and something that is very much within their control. Now, as you could imagine, research does show very clearly that the deeper we can internalize this center point of control in our life, the healthier and more successful we become. You see, a robust internal locus of control maps to better physical and emotional health, stronger, more intimate relationships, even higher paying work. And that's why most entrepreneurs and leaders are really trying to cultivate this. So it's been fascinating to watch as masses of people have had to wrestle with this huge shift in their ability to control what happens to them in life, because so much of life is outside of our control. At the same time, the supports to our identities, the clothes and the offices, the cars and the buildings that we work in, all of these symbols to us in how we are going in life have been removed from our day-to-day experience. And for so many people, those things have been the structural supports in their sense of self. And now that they've been taken away, a whole bunch of people have been left questioning who they are and what on earth they've been doing up until this point in their life. This has been a savage snatching away of a lot of the external motivating and orienting factors in our life. But what has been left behind, as always, are the decisions about who we are and the decisions about who we want to be. One person who was very good at choosing for himself who he was going to be was Paul Hewson. And I think about him quite often. Maybe you do too. You know who I'm talking about, right? Probably not actually, but maybe you know him by the person that he chose to become. Somebody who, instead of Paul Hewson, goes by the name of Bono. And I think often of the point at which Paul Hewson must have gotten to when he decided that Paul Hewson was not capable of doing the things that he knew in his heart that he was here to do. So he became something bigger than Paul Hewson could ever be. He became Bono. Now that choice must have been a strange one, huh? I mean, could you imagine telling your family, call me Bono from now on, and starting to wear sunglasses inside at night? I mean, it must have taken courage for Paul Hewson, especially in conservative Ireland at that point, to step into the fullness of what it meant to be Bono. But Bono was there the whole time. He was there, waiting to be called out and lived into. You see, only Bono could have raised the amount of money that he has over the years, or direct people's attention for good in the way that this man has. Now, in the same way, your decisions about your choices, they've got to be courageous too. I mean, just a reminder, you get to make yourself up. In fact, you must make yourself. And it starts with a choice. And then each day, a very deliberate set of decisions to keep making those choices that move you closer and closer and closer to who you want to be. Now, this has everything to do with what you know of yourself inside, and so much less about what other people think about you or what you think that other people think about you. So I'd encourage you, take this profound global reset moment to call out of yourself the version of you that you know is on the inside waiting to come out. Cut yourself loose from those external motivating factors and choose for yourself who you want to be. I'll see you soon.